Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So if you're on this channel for the very first time, welcome, and please subscribe to this channel and give me a thumbs up on this video. Okay, so today I'm bringing you like 6 methods you can store your cakes to give them a longer shelf life. So if you have maybe remnant cake from a party, or maybe you're about to have a party but the party has been postponed and you already bought a cake, this video was specially made for you to be able to store your cake safely so they won't dry